There is a public skirmish going on between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, which I think is unnecessary and, in fact, kind of pointless for both sides. But let me describe it first and then comment on it. So this got started where Trump was in Alaska. This was a rally that Trump did for Sarah Palin, but also for Kelly Shabaka, who's been on the podcast running against Lisa Murkowski. And Trump began to talk about left-wing censorship. And then he goes, quote, Elon is not going to buy Twitter. He goes, where did you hear that before? From me. So this is actually Trump being correct. Trump actually predicted that Musk would give up on the Twitter deal and pull out. And in fact, when Trump said that, no one really else was saying that. Most of us thought, well, Musk is going to want this platform. And even if he ends up overpaying for it, what's it to Musk? I mean, when you have $250 billion and you spend 44, yeah, it's a sizable chunk. But on the other hand, you get to have fun on Twitter. You're the boss. And so this is not, I didn't think, and others didn't think that Musk would sort of nickel and dime this. But Trump was right. So now Trump comes back on to say, well, he might later. He's got a pretty rotten contract, not a good contract. So Trump evidently thinks that Musk is overpaying for Twitter. But then Trump goes on to say he's actually talking about Musk's statement that he first voted. His first Republican vote, said Musk, was for Myra Flores, another one of our pals who's been on the show. But Trump then kind of mocks Elon Musk and he goes, he said the other day, oh, I've never voted for a Republican. And then Trump says, he told me he voted for me. So evidently Musk met with Trump earlier. And apparently Trump says that he told Trump, I voted for you. So if that's the case, obviously Musk has voted for a Republican before. And then Trump, this I think is the unnecessary part, calls Musk a, quote, BS artist. Well, Trump lays it out. But look, even if Musk said that, said he voted for Trump, and then said he voted for the first time for Myra Flores. This is a case where I think it's better to sort of let it go. There's no reason to rub it in, no reason to make enemies out of potential allies. Now, what seems to be getting Trump is not even so much the rivalry between Twitter and Truth Social. And by the way, I'm on both platforms. I like them both. Twitter, I think, Truth Social has been just growing really fast, and the traction on there, even though I think I'm now just over 1 million at Truth Social, much smaller than my following on Twitter, but the traction is about the same, if not a little more on Truth Social. That just gives you an idea of how energetic that platform is and what its great prospects are. So I think when you're building something really great, this kind of backbiting is really not, you don't have to do it. And it prods Elon Musk then to strike back at Trump, which he does. Quote, I don't hate the man, but it's time for Trump to hang up his hat and sail into the sunset. This is Elon Musk. Musk is evidently a DeSantis man. And this is part of what's getting Trump. He's annoyed that Musk is for DeSantis and not for Trump. And then Musk says, and you can see Musk here is trying to moderate it. He goes, Dems should also call off the attack. Don't make it so Trump's only way to survive is to regain the presidency. So Musk is sort of saying that he thinks that Trump would be less aggressive in pursuing a second run. And it's an interesting question, right? Here's Trump. He's a billionaire. If you've been to Mar-a-Lago, it's just a palatial place. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful buildings, maybe second to Versailles and a few other buildings in Europe, but it's just gorgeous. It makes the White House look like a slum. And so why would a guy like Trump, who has Mar-a-Lago, has Bedminster, has all these residences and hotels all over the place, why would he care about, I want to get back in the White House? So Musk is saying, listen, if you don't go after him and make it such that he has to be vindicated only by running again. This is where Musk is going with all this. Now, interestingly, our friend Joe Pags, actually Debbie's longtime friend and my friend also, responds to Musk and goes, "Hey, your response makes no sense." He goes on and recites a bunch of Trump's policies, and he goes, "Which of these policies do you disagree with?" And interestingly, Musk responds by, in a sense, saying, "None of them." This is Musk. Quote, he's responding to Pags. He goes, "Yeah, but too much drama. Do we really want a bull in the China shop situation every single day? Also, I think the legal maximum age for start of the presidential term should be 69, which, by the way, was, I believe, what Reagan was when he first assumed the president. Reagan was 69 when he began his first term. So here you've got these two guys, and I think they're both huge assets to the country, and in different ways they're performing a really important function. I'm not saying they need to be fans of each other, but I do think that when both of them are doing a lot, and are both indispensable in their own right. It's not easy to replace Trump. It's not easy to replace Musk. And so I think a little bit more mutual respect on the part of the two of them is appropriate here.